Tonight on Around the Cooler, will Auburn's red zone offense be the most efficient it has been in years? And the AP first team and second team All-American list came out. Who made it? Let's go around the cooler.
Yeah. Get down. Water Cooler Talk Sports. Around the Cooler. Saturday nights. Yeah, you know the deal. SEC pride. Yeah, we keep it real. From the plains to the grove, everybody knows it's Around the Cooler. We talk that score. Talk that score. Water Cooler Talk Sports Network. Every headline, every story. Around the Cooler where the fans all meet. We talk that score. This is Around the Cooler. Only on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome Around the Cooler here, man, on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. My guy rocking with me tonight, man, it is the one and only from SEC season. It is Tez. Tez, what's going on, man? How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Man, I'm here. I'm here, man. I am here, man. Also rocking with us as well, it is the legend himself from Bubba and the old man, Auburn Sports Talk. It is Bubba. Bubba, what's going on, man? How you feeling, my guy?
I'm feeling great.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here as always on Around the Cooler, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with us in the chat, man. Auburn Dad for Life is in the chat. What's up, man? How you feeling? He comes back and says, man, outside of the JJ news, I was happy with the info from the scrimmage. So, hey, it's pretty good to hear. Pretty good to hear. Auburn held what their second scrimmage today. So, hey, it's good news from Coach Golis in the scrimmage. I got to go back and rewatch it so I can have so I can get a more deeper understanding of what was going on and what was said. Because I watched it, but I kind of was skimming, doing other things while I was watching it as well. So I need to be able to get full depth and sit down in front of him. Shout out to Teresa watching us. What's up, Teresa? How you feeling? Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. She says, high news breaks my heart. High news. Who is high news? High news. What is that? Somebody help me out. High news. High news.
I think she's just
JJ news.
Then she's saying news breaks.
Yeah, she went to say J news. No, she went to say JJ. The JJ news breaks her heart. Ah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. Mike McKinney in the chat with us. What up, Mike, man? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great, my guy. Appreciate you so much for rocking with us, man. Joining us as well, it is the man himself. Your favorite insider, our favorite insider, everybody's favorite insider. It is Ant, the insider. Ant, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
I just want to cry. My dog got hurt today.
It's all good, man. It happens.
But
man.
it's all right. He'll be back next year.
That's what's up. That's how you look at it. He'll be back next year. That's great. That's great, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here as always. Y'all ready to go ahead and get into the conversation tonight, fellas?
Let's do it.
Sir.
All right, man. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling here. If I can get everything to work properly on my on my end here. Having some technical difficulties all night long, man. Like for real. Like it has been technical difficulties all night long, man, just to get this show off the ground, man. You all have no idea. Whoa. Have no idea what we have been through to get this thing going and to get it rocking and rolling, man. So let's get it going. Auburn's red zone offense, ladies and gentlemen. Something that we all have had questions about coming into this season and what we want to see this offense do red zone wise. And things and stuff of that nature. We have been asking the question of could this offense look different in the red zone this upcoming season? Is it possible? Could we see it be more efficient in the red zone this season? Could it be more? Could we see more touchdowns scored this year? I have a graphic up, but seems as if I'm having the same problem that DC had. A lot of my stuff is disappearing right now at the back end, but we're going to keep it going. I asked the question to you all right here, man, before we get this thing going, man. I start with Bubba. Will this offense have will be more efficient in the red zone this upcoming season? Your thoughts?
It'd be hard to be worse, but I don't think we're going to be a great red zone team. We'll actually be pretty solid. in the high red zone, and then as things get more compressed, there'll be more and more issues slowly. It's where you're getting like between the 12 to the 7 yard line. That's going to be a killer problem because it's to where you can't attack vertically really, and this offense doesn't have a lot of condensed sets to be able to get to a lot of 12 personnel looks. A lot of the times you saw them, they bring in Keyshawn Singleton tight to the line of scrimmage and run duo behind him, right? So I think that it'll really just be like an average red zone offense because you do have that ace where that you can go to with Byron Brown's legs. So we'll be better, but we won't be great.
Yeah, I think the red zone offense, man, will look a lot like we thought it was going to look last year. With Byron Brown being the red zone offense, essentially, especially in the low red zone. Even if he isn't the primary option, some sort of option with him involved in the play, the threat of his legs, should pay dividends in the red zone. I think. Hopefully that leads to a tad bit more efficiency when it comes to the actual number. But all in all, this offense wants to score from the 50, right? They want big plays. So hopefully the red zone plan is a little bit better. Like Bubba said, it's not much worse. It's not like we can get much worse than what we did last year. So yeah, I'm hoping it looks better. I think that Byron Brown is the red zone playing, like I said, especially in the low 10 to 5 yard area. I I think we'll get less egregious play calling if that makes sense. I don't think you'll see just bonehead play calling. I think it'll be the efficient brand of play calling that you think you should get in the red zone. Now, whether that'll work, that's to be seen. Like I said, I don't think we got people movers up front. I don't think we can take a defensive line and push them in the red zone. Well, at least not many of them. So we'll see what they come up with. But the way that everything that Alex Goes said from a process driven standpoint, says that he's got a plan for this. So I trust them, and yeah, hopefully we see a ton more efficiency than we saw last year in the red zone.
Just so we know what we have an idea of what it is, man. This is what Auburn's red numbers look like for the past couple of seasons, man. 2022, you look at a team here that had 42 trips to the red zone, 24 touchdowns, and they kicked 13 field goals. 2023, 42 trips, 27 touchdowns, and they only kicked 8 field goals there as well. 2024, 41 trips there, 20 touchdowns, 12 field goals kicked, and then last year, of course, they had 41 trips to the red zone. 20 touchdowns and 16 field goals kicked as well. You look at these numbers, and when you see these numbers here in what they look like now, I asked the question to you guys: were these numbers here apparently weren't good enough for Auburn to go out and win football games last year? Well, what does Auburn have to get to this year in order for them to be able to win those games close? Like, do those touchdown numbers have to go up? Do the field goal numbers have to go down? Do Auburn, how does that look? Does Auburn need to be plus 65, plus 70% when it comes to when they get in the red zone of scoring touchdowns instead of kicking field goals? As you can see, the highest year was 2023 when they were just under 65%. But still though, it's the question I asked, man. I'm gonna ask you, Ant, and then I'm gonna come back to Bubba and Tez. Like, in your opinion there, does Auburn have to get that touchdown number up more in the red zone in order for people to be able to understand exactly what it is that we can have better and be more efficient in the red zone? What's your thoughts on that, Ant?
I don't think it's more the red zone. I wish you had a graphic to show the big plays per se, because I think that's what was lacking. I mean, 41 trips to the red zone, that's not bad. And you scoring 36 out of 41 times. But it was the lack of the big play. I mean, if you go back and look at the Oklahoma game, Jackson Arnold threw 2 touchdown passes to Cam Coleman, which didn't, which was incomplete. So I don't think the red zone is efficiency is bad, but again, the lack of the big play, scoring on big plays.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, we scored in the red zone. The number looks good, but what I'm asking is when you look at the touchdowns, the touchdowns there seem to be pretty low. You only like if you're going 41 times, but you're only scoring 20 times. That's not a good. That's only 20 times you're putting 6 on the board. The other 24 times that you go into the red zone, you're only getting 3 points if you're getting that at all. And things like that. So I asked the question to you, Bubba. Does that touchdown number have to get be more than 25? Does it need to be closer to 30 touchdowns? If you're taking 42 trips to the red zone, does that touchdown number have to be closer to 30 in order for Auburn to get to have some of those close wins in this season?
Yeah, just for reference, last year at USF, they had 47 red zone attempts, 44 scores out of 47 attempts. That's 93%. 34 touchdowns, 10 field goals. Now, obviously, you're going into the SEC in year one in the SEC. Some of those numbers are going to drop, but I think you need to be around 90% scoring total. And you probably need to hit 27, 28 touchdowns.
That's what I think. I mean, like if you're going 41 times, but you're only scoring 19, 20, 21 times, that's not scoring touchdowns 19, 20, 21 times. I don't know if that's a good recipe to win some games. What's your thoughts on that, Tess?
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I want to see the touchdown number back up into that upper 50s, upper 60% range, right in there. I get what Ant's saying is about the big plays. The only issue that we have though is like not all big plays are going to score touchdowns. Sometimes they put you inside the 5, right, and you have to score. There's too many times we had big plays that put us in the red zone, and then we had to settle for field goals. And we know how our field goal situation was. If you really think back, at it, we didn't have a ton of like super long field goal attempts. A lot of them were because drives stalled out in at the 10, at the 15, at the 5. So like converting those would help that big play percentage seem like you're making more big plays if you're getting touchdowns from them. Look at the Georgia game, right? Got right there to the 1 yard line and fumbled the game away, basically. Like those things right there cannot happen. We have to convert those into points. Now that's a turnover. That's like the worst thing that can happen. But even if you have to settle for 3 in that situation, I mean, it's good. It's smart football. If you have to take the 3 points, if you can get them. But ideally, when you get in the red zone, you want touchdown. You want 6 points on the board.
True.
Because that's what moves the needle on the score. That's what flips the possessions. That's what I'm saying. That's what strikes the band up. That's what makes the crowd get on their feet. That's what gives the players more confidence that we can actually go out here and win this game. A big play and settling for a field goal is deflating to an offense. That is like, oh man, we just executed to the T and then got here in the red zone right here at the doorstep, and we couldn't follow through. So yeah, I want to see that touchdown conversion number in the red zone significantly higher than 40%. Now, like I said, high 50s, 60s is somewhere where you want to be. You want to be scoring more touchdowns in the red zones than you are not per your trips. So yeah, I think that positive 58 to 64, 65% is a good number for us.
Yeah. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I look at it, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Auburn was scoring as you can see, as you saw on the graphic here, man. Auburn was scoring 87%, last year. But combined touchdowns and field goals, 83, 80, 88% in 2022, 2023, 2024, the year when we had the most talented roster that we've ever had. We had the lowest output in the red zone there, 78%. That's combined scoring of touchdowns and field goals. But I just look at that number. You take 42 trips, but you only score 24 times. That is over 50%. But I would like to see that number closer to 29, 30. in my personal opinion, is where I would like to see that number be at. Same thing, 41 trips and you only scoring 20 touchdowns and you're kicking 16 field goals, and then the other 4 times something happens, either turnover on downs or something of that nature. Like that's just not, I don't think that's winning football when it comes to those close games. And you look at what Auburn had last year. Auburn had a lot of one-score losses that they had in those games as well. So
exactly,
that's why I say if you can get those touchdown numbers up, and even if, like you said, and even if you have to settle for 3 points in the field in the red zone, just in case, it is something that you can that you can look at and just be like, all right, it is what it is there. But yeah, man, tell us what you think, man. Where does Auburn need to be in the red zone? Where does Auburn need to be? Does Auburn need to be, on the touchdown rate? Do we want to see more touchdowns? Do we want to see less field goals? Do you think that even with this having an even number there, that these guys can still go out there and score some points and win games like that? Let us know in the comments what you think, man, and how you feel about that as well. Teresa said 24 was the year Alex didn't play, and last year he was limited until about 30 yards supposed to be. So yeah, I mean, with you on that right there as well.
Think about if you take that number, man, you got 16 field goals, 20 touchdowns last year. If you were to take 5 of those, then I know I can count 5 instances where drives just stalled out when we should have scored touchdowns. If you can take 5 of those and convert them to touchdown, that's 30 more points last year. How many games do you think we would won if we had 30 more points? Just 30 more points spread out throughout the season. Auburn's probably an 8-9 win football team.
Yep. Completely different outlook on the program.
Yeah. So that's why it's paramount. Like,
yeah,
man, you got to convert them into touchdowns.
Yep.
You have, even in, like Nick pointed out, man, it doesn't show how many times you walk away empty-handed. It's got the 87%. So 13% of the time you walked away with nothing.
True.
So yeah, you got to be better.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the comments what you think, man. How you feel about that? Where do you think Auburn should be when it gets to the red zone? Let us know what you think there. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Coming up, where did Xavier Atkins land on the AP All-American list? Stay tuned.
The pregame playlist is your new morning destination. Tune in Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. Your morning, your sports, your playlist.
Life moves fast. Protect the people you love. Secure your future with life insurance. Or build generational wealth through real estate. Freddie Metro is here to help with trusted guidance. Protecting families, building legacies, creating wealth. Call Freddie Metro now. Hit the link and try it now.
Yes! Let's go! Whew. Yeah. Oh, yes. Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Around the Cooler here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. The pregame playlist, your morning, your sports, your playlist, every weekday, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. We had a great conversation this morning about what sports journalism is and where the line of sports journalism and entertainment cross. Where does it happen? Join us every morning, man. We would definitely be there this upcoming tomorrow morning with the pregame playlist, talking about some more things. So join us there, man. It's a morning radio show. So come join us. Have a great time with us, man. Start your morning off with us, man. Your morning, your sports, your playlist. Fellas, let's go ahead. Let's keep this thing rocking and rolling here. The AP All-American list came out yesterday. AP All-American came out, and Texas led it with a lot of Texas players on there, but one Auburn player did make the list. He did make first team AP. He did make the AP first team, ladies and gentlemen, and that is one Xavier Atkins, man. Xavier Atkins, he made first team defense along with the likes of Colin Simmons, Dylan Stewart, David Stone, Amari Washington, Rasheem Biles, Leonard Moore, Ellis Robinson IV, KJ Bolden, Bray Hubbard from Alabama. As well. And then, of course, you see there on the first team offense, man, Dante Morris, the quarterback, Keywan Lacey, and Ahmad Hardy over there as well. Carter Smith, Trevor Gooseby is there. Trey'Dez Green, Malachi Toney, Cam Coleman, Jeremiah Smith, all were first team AP All-Americans on this list, man. Also, man, second team list came out, and Auburn did not have any other. We didn't have any other players make the list, but I just wanted to show you the list. Trinidad Chambers, second team All-American according to the AP, as well on the offensive side of football. Jordan Seaton, of course, transferred from Colorado to LSU. Cam Cook, running back from West Virginia, is going to be on there as an all-purpose player. Drew Bobo at center as well. Mark Fletcher Jr., running back from Miami, is on that list. And then, of course, you look at the second team defense. Kelly Jones, Mississippi State, is on there, man. Xavier Brown is on that list as well. You look at Will Eccles is on that list, the second team defense. Anthony Smith is on that list. And Asa, I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but the linebacker from Notre Dame, Asa, is also on that list as well. Fellas, I asked the question, man. I ask you all this question with the most serious of all seriousness. Do you all agree with the list of everybody that made the list and where they made the list at? I'll start with you on that one, Bubba. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't see anything egregious. I think it's fine. Like, I personally think that the Notre Dame kid is better than Xavier Atkins, so I'd replace him there. And then offensively, you can argue Dante Moore and Trinidad Chambliss. But I don't see any egregious omissions, to be honest.
Okay. Xavier Atkins on that first team list. I believe this is Auburn's first AP first team All-American in some time, if I'm not mistaken, man. It has been a while since Auburn has had one of those guys that we can say that we've had an AP All-American. You look at his stats from last year, man, 84 total tackles, 1 pass deflection, 9 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 interception. Well deserving of this, in your opinion, Tez? Yes or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Just glad to see him getting the recognition that he definitely deserves, man. So, and as far as the list, I actually, out of all the lists that I've seen, this is one of the better ones.
Okay.
I think it's a pretty solid list, man. There's some questions on there, of course. The personal feelings that we have that around Cam Coleman. I understand why he's on there. The hype train is real. But other than that, I didn't see. I'm a Will Eccles fan. I probably would have tried to squeeze him in the first team somewhere. Other than that, man, I can't think of any just notable omissions. Not right. I haven't had a chance to really just study that list for real. But as far as I can see, the names are actually pretty solid, and everybody that they kind of overlooked, they ended up making up for with the second team list. It kind of surprising not to see Jay Crawford on it.
Yeah, I was about to ask that question. Where do you see Jay Crawford in this? Should Jay Crawford have been on this list?
Well, the thing is he's a true shutdown corner, so he probably doesn't have the stats.
Okay.
To match up.
Last year
just don't throw the football.
Yeah.
They don't throw the football. So it's gonna be tough for him. I think that's why you see him being omitted from a lot of these lists. It's gonna be tough for him to pile up the stats that would put him on something like this when nobody's throwing the football.
What Auburn Tiger has the ability to be on this list at the end of the year, Ant? Is Ant still with us?
Yeah, my bad. I was, being an insider just then.
Okay.
So you said Ooh, that's a great question. I think Melendez can make All-American. I
Okay.
think probably Dre, as Coach Golis calls him. I think Jordan, Andre Jordan, he probably could make it because I mean, let's just be honest, he's a good corner, but UCLA, he wasn't getting that much recognition.
Okay. Okay.
Uh oh, Cody. Yeah,
Cody
Cody
Sigler.
Yeah,
Sigler.
Okay.
that's a good
Yes.
name.
Yes.
Yeah, I just asked the question like, what guy has the ability? Because of course it's the preseason list, and of course they give out postseason awards after the season is over with. I'm just curious to know, in y'all opinion, what guy has the ability to potentially play himself into these type of honors, these type of recognition honors at the end of the year. What you thinking,
I,
Bubba?
Yeah, I think the top two are clearly Jared Smith and Anquan Fagans, but Byram obviously has the ability to get there if he gets to count stats. Jeremiah Cobb, and then one that maybe wouldn't be expected. I'll go Chaz Nimrod.
Just Nimrod.
Mm,
Okay. Okay. I was gonna
mm.
say Keyshawn Singleton. I was gonna ask y'all about Keyshawn Singleton. What y'all think about that?
mm, I would say Nimrod before Singleton.
Okay, so Nimrod before Singleton. What about you, Tez?
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I think Keyshawn's gonna have to compete with Nimrod for touches, and I just think in his offense, Nimrod's probably a little bit better fit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
numbers.
Singleton's a no, hard no for me.
Right.
Singleton is a hard no for you, Bubba. Why?
Yeah, I mean, there's a decent shot he ends up third on this team in yards.
Behind who?
Who?
Koger and
Mm,
Nimrod.
mm.
Oh,
Hmm. Phil
Like
Will said.
his production was next to nothing before Nimrod went out last year, and then he had an okay-ish spring, and he's had an inconsistent fall camp. So no.
Hmm. Phil Will said give him Eric Winters and Jared Smith on defense, and he said give him Nimrod and Cobb on offense. How y'all feel about Jeremiah Cobb? Where does Jeremiah Cobb fall into this equation? Um, for one, I think he would have to be 1,000-yard back. I don't know if Jeremiah Cobb gets to 1,000 yards
Right.
this year. I think he'll
mm-hmm.
probably be somewhere where he was last year, that 968, 960, somewhere in that 960 range again. But I believe he does have more yards per carry. I think we've all come to that conclusion of where we can agree on that part right there. His yards per carry will go up. But what are y'all
Right.
thoughts on Jeremiah Cobb potentially playing his way into one of these postseason lists as well? What's your thoughts?
I mean, it's possible depending on the frequency in which they actually run the football,
Mhm.
which I think is a lot. And from some of the reports of fall camp with you got Mapson emerging, Bryson Washington also emerging. When I first at the beginning of the year, you would have asked me, I thought we'd probably give 4 running backs touches,
Okay.
significant touches this year. I'm starting to back away from that and thinking that, there's a hierarchy starting to form. So yeah, Cobb, I still don't think he'll get the yard. Like you said, you got to be 1,000-yard back more than likely, and I just don't see that in the future for him. Not in this offense.
Ed, you got something you want to add to that?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he gets to 1,000,
Okay.
but it's not gonna be how everybody expects. I think he'll get to 1,000 because of he's probably the most explosive in that room.
Okay.
He'll probably have the most big runs. I think Washington and Mapson, one of those two will probably have the most touchdowns though. Because when they get inside the 20, I feel like they'll use them, big. I ain't gonna say big body frame, but they're big enough. So 1 or 2 arm tackles probably not gonna really just hinder them too bad.
if we were to have another, JJ Fault went down, of course, with the broken collarbone. If
Why?
we were to have another guy that were to pop this year as a edge rusher, Deshaun Womack. King Richard said Deshaun Womack, he would have a breakout season in the system. He said he's been high on Womack ever since he's transferred in. Bob, I want to get your thoughts on that, man. Could Deshaun Womack be that other guy that could potentially play himself into some postseason lists at the end of the year?
Yeah, if there's a word to describe Deshaun Womack, it's potential, but he's got to get his head on straight. There's a major issue with motor from him because, like, first two steps, any rep, you look at that dude and say that's a guy that could be a first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible get off. Then he has absolutely zero pass rush plan. So if he cannot bend the corner, the rep's over and he's not going to keep contained because he's not going to stay engaged. He also is inconsistent setting the edge. So if he does pop, he's the guy that's most likely to pop for sure. The issue is, can he play with more effort? And for 3 years now, we have not seen him play consistently with effort. So I'll believe it when I see it.
Byron Brown, Tez. We haven't spoke about him ad nauseum yet, about him potentially playing his way into one of these lists, onto this list at the end of the season. What does the numbers have to look like for Byron Brown in order for him to be on one of these lists? Is it more of the stats for Byron Brown, or is it more of team success? Because do you think that Byron Brown's numbers will be where they need to be, or do you think the team success will carry him onto this list more than anything?
Yeah, I just kind of say Byron Brown because I knew that was the obvious answer. But yeah, I think he can play his way on this list, and I think numbers similar to what last year's numbers were with a winning season. I think 3,000 yards. I don't think you can get to All-American list for real. Not in this today's football without at least 3,000 yards, because all of the top quarterbacks are going to throw for about 3,000 or near there. Unless could it be a situation like Indiana where he could throw for significantly less, but he's making the plays that count and it matters? Possibly, but I think, in this offense, a 3,000, maybe 700 to 800 yard rushing with, near the top in the SEC and touchdowns accounted for could get him on the All-American list, especially with a successful Auburn season. If he doesn't throw for 3,000, I don't know how successful of a season we're going to have, to be honest with you.
Probably won't be nice.
Offense that's designed to steal yardage, you kind of need.
I mean, a corpse could throw for 2,500 in this offense.
Right.
Mr. Beautiful said Byron Brown is Nick Marshall on steroids. That's what he said.
Hello?
That's what he said.
I take it.
I'll
take it.
Well, let us know what you think, man. Let us know what you think, man. I think Byron Brown, I would give my thoughts on Byron Brown. I think Byron Brown would have to be damn near close to 3,200 yards, 3,300 yards passing, and somewhere north of 800 yards receiving. 800 yards rushing in order to be.
I think 800 receiving could do it.
Oh, if he get 800 receiving while doing everything else, oh man, he definitely he deserves a Heisman Trophy if he does that. He's done everything on the field.
Jaden Daniels-esque numbers.
5,000 yards. Come on now.
I mean, first team All-American. He's gonna need Jaden Daniels numbers. At quarterback position?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I want people to realize that. That Mendoza won the Heisman Trophy 3,500 yards, 40 plus touchdowns. I think he had like less than 12 interceptions. That won him the Heisman Trophy, plus the fact that Indiana was an undefeated team. So I think that Byron Brown would have to be somewhere in that realm of play, 3,200 yards. You add the rushing in there, and Auburn is a one-loss or potentially undefeated team in order for him to be considered in that category. Alfred Cobb has
Yeah.
had a lot to say a lot of the time. So let's see what he has to say. He said, y'all act like Cobb didn't score on Bama and tie the game up from the red zone.
Cobb didn't
It's
play
just a
enough
mathematical
last
thing,
year.
man. He's not going to be incredibly relied upon in terms
Right.
of the run game. He's not the
Yeah.
top dog in the run game. That's the quarterback. Plus, you have two other impact backs behind him. It's mathematics. It's not an
It's only
agenda.
one football.
There it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you feel about that, man. We're going to take a break right here. When we come back, we're going to keep this thing rocking and rolling right here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network on Around the Cooler. Y'all know what time it is. It's trivia time, ladies and gentlemen. Here's today's trivia question. Who scored Georgia's in 24 overtime game in the SEC Championship game between Georgia and Texas? There are the answers on the screen. Put them in the chat. Let us know who did that. Let us know who you think. And while we're doing that, make sure that you all are tuned in to Auburn Addicts every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, man. We go for Auburn News today with our guy DC Wolf over on Auburn Addicts TV. Go hit the like button. Go hit the subscribe button. Let's have a great time over there on Sunday, man.
Water cooler talk for the sweet tea. Breaking all the games down, just you and me. Catch the beat.
Breaking Auburn news, recruiting updates, insider conversations, the stories Auburn fans care about most. When something happens across the Auburn football landscape, Auburn Addicts is there. From recruiting battles and transfer portal movement to game analysis and the latest headlines, Auburn Addicts keeps you connected. Join Auburn fans every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Auburn Addicts, Auburn Football, all the time.
Game day just got sweeter with Deutsch, the delicious, high-protein snack that's plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, and low in sugar. Visit deutschfoods.com and use discount code WCTS for 20% off your order. That's deutschfoods.com, code WCTS for 20% off.
Game day starts with great food. At Adeline's by Chef Country, we bring championship flavor to every plate. From slow-smoked ribs to barbecue favorites, feeding the family or the tailgate, make Adeline's your first stop before kickoff. Subscribe to these YouTube channels. You won't regret it.
Welcome back to Around the Cooler here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. Trivia question. Who scored Georgia's game-winning touchdown in overtime in the 2024 SEC Championship game, Georgia versus Texas? A, Nate Frazier. B, Trevor Etienne. Cass Jones. Oscar Delp. Who did it? The answer, B, Trevor Etienne. He did that for Georgia to help secure the win for them in a comeback effort in order for them to win the football game. That is Water Cooler Talk, Around the Cooler trivia for today. And shout out to everybody in the chat that picked B. You were correct. Ant said he had one more. Before we move on, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and give your analysis on the last person that you think has the opportunity of making that list. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, real quick. I was trying to say before we went to break. The other person I would say on defense, even though he's never played a whole season at Auburn, would be Champ Anthony. Imagine how scary that would be for him to play a whole season at Auburn.
That would be interesting to see. I would love to see what those numbers look like, though. We'd love to see what those numbers.
He's got to win a job first.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point too, bro. That's a good point.
He's good enough to do it, though.
Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. Bryce Cain has been reported is moving to the defensive back room. Bryce Cain is a guy that we were all high on. He was part of the freeze.
Not all.
Well, okay, well, Bubba wasn't, but I was. I thought he had a lot of speed at being able to play that slot receiver position. He could come in and make some noise, or he could potentially be a dangerous, be dangerous and very important for Auburn in the kick return, punt return game or something like that. But it is being reported by a guy, Philip Dukes to Scoop, that he was seen practicing with the defensive backs, at practice. You look at his career stats on the wide receiver tip. only 6 receptions for 58 yards, and he's averaging 9.7 yards per catch that he has caught at Auburn. Is this good or bad for Bryce Cain in your opinion, Tess?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think that slot position is super duper crowded, right?
Yep.
You got Nimrod, you got Spencer emerging. It would be tough for him to get on the field without him being just the most dynamic option that they have. I don't know if Nimrod's gonna be playing a lot of outside receiver, but they used him a lot in the slot. He already knows the system. It'll be tough for him to get on the field. And then you get Spencer coming behind him, who's young, but super duper talented, right? What is Bryce Cain's talent is speed. So you could always speed on defense keeps touchdowns off the board. it just does. You get people on defense that run super duper fast, big plays. It helps stifles that a little bit. And again, man, I trust DJ Durkin. If Durkin looks at this guy and say, "Hey, man, give him to me on the defense," I think I could do something with him. I have no reason other than trust him. Now, in what capacity is he going to play on defense? I have no idea, because again, just like the offense, I don't know how he's going to see the field. Like,
good point.
I don't know in the secondary which room is thin enough for Bryce Cain to come in and make an impact. Outside corner, I don't know if I even see him as an outside corner. So I don't know. It's interesting. I want to see how that shakes out. This is going to be a interesting storyline, because I still think it seems like they're committed to trying to get him, some sort of playing time. And the fact that he's here, he's a loyal kid, and I'm not gonna say he's not talented. He's just not what I would call a complete receiver. He is a fast one. So we'll see. I thought that maybe they could use him in the screen game and do some creative stuff just to get the football in his hand, but apparently that's not the plan for him.
But I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing as well, too. Yeah, we say he's not a complete receiver. And I understand that. It's very fast. When the ball gets when he gets the ball in his hands, he is very hard to catch, and things of that nature. I asked the question and just be like, well, why hasn't he been given the opportunity at punt return, kick return? Why has he been given that opportunity? I dare say that the best option for him. I mean, I don't know. We don't know yet. We haven't been at practice to actually see him do it. But I dare say that could the best thing for Bryce Cain, if he wants to be a guy that has opportunity to play wide receiver, play the slot position, or get on the field in some type of capacity as a special team specialist that can return that can return kicks, return punts and things of that nature. I dare say that it might be better. It might be best for him to transfer to another situation where he can actually go on the field and show that, instead of moving to a position that he probably hasn't played. And if he has played, it's been a while since he played it. Because now he has to learn a whole new skill set. Your thoughts on that, Bubba?
Yeah, I think that's the way this ends up going. I put it at about 85% shot. He plays out the system that this season, probably in the defensive back room. Maybe he plays on special teams, not only as a returner. Maybe he's a gunner, because maybe he could tackle. I've never seen him do it. But yeah, it was weird because he doesn't necessarily have a corner body type. Because you look at where we're deep at corner, it's nickel. Where does he profile best as a DB? It's as a nickel. Are they going to try and play him on the boundary at 155 pounds? I don't think so. And as a corner, he doesn't have great hits. He's not this super shifty type of guy. He's a pure speed guy.
Yep.
So if he is a boundary corner, he's a click and close corner. We don't run quarters. So I don't really understand what he's going to do as a DB. I like the idea of him as a kick returner. I don't know about as a punt returner. That's a completely different situation. I don't know if he'd be an effective punt returner. But I think odds are like 85% shot this ends up with him transferring at the end of the season. going down a level and playing receiver, like a 10% shot, he ends up being in like a rotational nickel, maybe next season after he gets a year in the defense. And then like a 5% shot, he actually sticks and it works. So
Yeah,
I think odds are he's not on Auburn's roster next year.
yeah, I just think I'm gonna just be honest with you, man. I think he has the ability. I think he has a very special skill set. That where he can go in and he can carve out a way and he can carve out a path for him to where he have a very if that's what he decides he wants to do and he wants to be he wants to be a pro. Like I feel like he has the skill set of speed to where he can literally carve out a path for him to where he can go to the NFL and just be a very, very valuable special teams guy. Or at least, be a slot guy that can come in on, situational plays, situational moments, in my personal opinion. Also, I say if that's what he wants to do, go somewhere where you will have the opportunity to get on the field and showcase that, because you're not going to be able to showcase that at Auburn, because it seems as if the message that's being sent is that there are other guys in front of you that we feel way more confident about at the position of slot receiver and potentially at kickoff or kick return or punt return that we feel can come out here and do the job better than what you have shown us so far. So that is my thought process. And so what's your thoughts on that? I know you said that you thought that he probably could have played a different sport and been better.
Oh yeah, he's a baseball star. Being honest about the situation.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. Where did Ant go?
I hear him. I think
Oh, my bad.
it's just
I
like,
had my
yeah.
I had my mic on. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Here we
said
go.
he's a baseball star. To be honest with you, that's the sport he really should have played if he was coming to Auburn. He could have been on the baseball team and easily started. But I think, for one, if it was me being a coach, I would have had him as a punt return, kick returner from the jump. I think with his speed, that's where he would have made the most difference at. But him moving to the secondary, I mean, he can probably play nickel or free safety.
Yeah, but the thing is, they have him repping that boundary, and it just makes no sense. It makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Mm-mm.
And it feels like they moved him just to move him.
That's what it feels like. It
Yeah.
feels like the next move is off the team. I hate to say that. I hate to say that, but that's what it feels like. It feels like the next move is like, yo,
It does though.
you might want to figure out where
Find
you
somewhere else
potentially
to
can
go.
go and find somewhere else where you can go to maximize your opportunity. And it could be a blessing in disguise for him, because I really do feel like he has a very specific skill set that can go and help a team, and he can put it on tape. And if the NFL is where he wants to go, he can have a nice career in the NFL as a special team specialist in the punt return, kick return game, and things like that. Just because he's fast, and because he has and because it's a very, very underrated skill in the NFL to have a guy that can potentially just be a kick return, punt return guy that can flip the field and give you good field position for your offense to go score. That's just my opinion on that, man. Last thoughts on this before we get out of here, Tess.
I'm just about to say to that. I just question whenever I see a player that's that fast that has not gotten the opportunity to punt and kick return. I question whether they can field them.
Or if they have the
Because
instinct.
coaches, coaches aren't coaches. They're just as smart as we are. I guarantee you, they look at him. I guarantee we're not the only people that looked at film of Bryce Cain and was like, man, that dude return kicks or punts. With that speed, he would be electric. But for me, it's got to be a reason why they never really stuck him back there. And it's probably because he has trouble fielding them, but he, like Bubba said, he just doesn't have the instincts to find creases and hit home runs.
Because he's been repping at it all. Like he was repping at as a punt returner in spring, not as much in fall camp, but he has been the kick returner in fall camp. So I don't know. He'll play. He's not going to play on offense or defense. So I'll tell you that.
Ant, go ahead. Got 30 seconds. Ant, go ahead.
That's what I was finna say. He's been in the room. He's been in the special teams room since he's been at Auburn. So, I mean, that's things that you named. Don't tell us you can work on him with that. But I'm just saying, if it was me, that's where I would have had him at.
There it is. There it is.
It's kind of late to be working on it now.
It is very late to be working on it right now. Very late to be working on it. I feel you on that. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know how you feel about Bryce Cain, man. We all Bryce Cain fans. We want to see him succeed. Yeah. So, it is what it is. And yeah, we want to see him succeed. So more power to Bryce Cain. And hopefully he gets the best opportunity to go out there and showcase his skills, whether that's at Auburn, whether that's there, or whether that's somewhere else. So we'll see. Coming up, the AP put out a top 25 most overrated football teams in the college football playoff era. We'll discuss.
In the SEC, every game and every fan matters. Welcome to SEC Season, the ultimate interactive channel. Catch Launch Breaks with Tez, Tuesday to Thursday at 12:30. And SEC Season Live, Tuesday nights at 7:30. More than a channel, it's a community. Connect and debate with the most passionate fans in college sports. Subscribe today and join the Keyboard Collective.
Click the link below to get NordVPN. That's the peace of mind you deserve.
Everybody wants to look like a star when they step out, including you. Hollywood Media has you covered. From clean portraits, corporate events, and athletic events, Hollywood Media has you covered. These aren't just pictures. This is your moment. Follow now on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media with 2 A's. Follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media. Feel like the star you are.
Follow Water Cooler Talk Sports on social media.
Welcome back to Around the Cooler on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, man. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you are signed up over on SECseason.com, man. The space for SEC fans, the rankings, the pick'em, the stats hub, the viral undefeated game. Ladies and gentlemen, go join right now. It's free. It's a free account. Go join. AP poll voters, top 25 most overrated teams that was voted on by AP voters. I've already said that. This is Brett McMurphy. They put out a list, and Auburn was ranked the #1 most overrated team in the college football playoff era. I ask you all this question, ladies. I ask you all the question here, man. Fair or foul that Auburn is rated the #1 most overrated team in the CFP era per the AP? Start with you on that one, Tess.
This is stupid, guys.
Is it? This is stupid, man. This is stupid.
Man, when were we highly as an Auburn fan who has sat through this period of time that they reference? When have we been overrated? When have we went into a season and the world has been like, yeah, Auburn gonna get it done this year?
Again.
Please point to me the time where Auburn was overrated. I'm not saying we were underrated, but I mean, the last time. When's the last time the world had confidence in Auburn?
That's a great question. I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand
about it.
I don't understand.
No, this makes absolutely no sense. I think it was just you wanted to put Auburn at the top of a list, and this is the only one you had. And it's like, you know what? Now's the time.
In the words of Big Sarge, it's list season. That's what it is. You have talking season, then right after talking season, you have list season. Big Sarge said It's list season. Bubba, fair or foul, man, because apparently I'm with Ted on this one. When I saw it, I said, how are we overrated? In what way has Auburn been overrated? Like, what? I don't get it. Maybe you can explain it to me, Bubba.
Yeah, it's obviously foul, and it's really is really unfortunate. But what I will say is I admire the consistency of the hate.
Yeah.
Like he had
Right.
an opportunity to get some hate off
He did.
with no logic behind it, and he did it, and I respect the hell out of that. Like that is D1 douchebaggery, and I respect Brett McMurphy. But putting Auburn on the list ahead of LSU, who has consistently fallen on their face after being like preseason top 15 teams, USC. There's never been a more overrated program than USC. Clemson, who's been overrated for like 5 years. It's ridiculous,
Texas.
but I respect it
Texas.
and I admire it.
Texas.
You know what? I don't think people had an opportunity to see the list. So let's put the
Please
list.
it back
Let's
up.
put the list back up here so people can see exactly what we're talking about here. This is what it said: Auburn at number 1 as the most overrated team in the CFP era, followed by LSU, USC, Clemson, Wisconsin at 5, Florida State at 6, Texas A&M at 7, Oregon at 8, Oklahoma at 9, Michigan 10, Alabama 11, which is wild. Stanford 12, UCLA 13,
Stanford.
South Carolina 14, Georgia 15, Penn State 16, North Carolina 17, Florida 18, Miami 19, Texas 20, Notre Dame 21, Kansas State 22, Arkansas 23, Ohio State 24, Iowa State 25. I don't understand why Ohio State's on this list. I don't understand why Georgia's on this list. I don't understand why Michigan. I don't understand why Michigan or Alabama is on this list because
Miami.
they all have
I don't
won
understand
national
how Oregon
championships
is
within the past
not
5
top
seasons.
3. I don't understand how Oregon is not top 3.
We all have questions about
When
this.
is the last time we were even preseason top 25?
Never.
Right.
No.
That's
The,
what I'm
la-
saying.
the funny part about this is that the highest ranking that Auburn has ever had in the preseason top 25 has been 24th.
Yeah.
It's
In the-
overrated.
But we're overrated though. But we overrated. Come on, man.
Yeah,
words
Arkansas
of
sticking out like a
Bubba-
sore thumb here too.
In the
Are we-
words of Bubba, this is just douchebaggery. Is that the word you use?
D1.
D1
D1.
douchebaggery. Like, come on, man.
This is just Brett McMurphy's I don't like him list.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to ask a question about.
Because when has Arkansas ever been overrated?
Right.
It's a great point. It's a great point.
They've been rated.
They're not even ranked.
Are we going by preseason pick'ems, wins and losses to say that Auburn's overrated, or because we don't live up to that, or
It don't
I mean
matter.
that's the only thing I can think of. Like,
Bro, I like it don't matter. There's never been like this is like Bubba said. He wanted to get this off. He wanted to get this Auburn hate off, and this was the opportunity he had
exactly
to do it.
what he
And that's
wanted
what
to
it
do.
feels like. This feels like Lane Kiffin talking about Hulk Hogan.
that's why.
Yeah, he just had that one in the back pocket.
That's
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like, all right, here we go.
know,
That's
it's
why-
mid-August. Why not?
What?
There were 2 guys I never thought that would die when I was growing up. That was my dad and Hulk Hogan. You know, I still don't understand that to this day. I still don't understand that, bro. That's why.
Should have said, what the hell's that got to do with recruiting, Lane?
That's why. That's why I always say Auburn needs to go ahead and accept that villain, the little villain
Here's-
role, or however you want to put it. Because
Here's I got
they
Ryan
obviously
Boswell.
hate us.
Here's I got Ryan Boswell. He's given us a little bit of clarity to this. He says history shows Auburn football underperforms when highly ranked and overachieves when given no preseason credit. Now, I can agree with that, Ryan, because that is actually true.
Facts.
That is fact.
But in the
2003,
college football playoff era, when have we been overrated? It's this era.
well,
We're not
hold
talking
on.
about
Let's think
07.
about it. Let's think about it. So 2017, Auburn had a well, you know what? Maybe they're talking about 2 Pacific seasons with Auburn. Maybe they're talking about coming off 2013, the last year of the BCS. 2014 was the first year of the CFP, and Auburn was favored because you did have Nick Marshall coming back at quarterback. You did have Cameron Artis Payne there, and that was a team that a lot of people thought could still compete for.
But does that outweigh the last 15 years of Texas football?
No, it does not. No, I'm just what I'm saying. But what? No, I agree with what you're saying. But I'm just trying to see like where could they be? Where could they put Auburn at? I don't agree with Auburn being number one on this list. Hell, I don't even think Auburn should be on the list. To be
on this
honest
list,
with you.
right?
That's my point. I don't even think Auburn should be on the list. You know,
I can't even remember the last time Arkansas was ranked either.
You know, but if I had to point to 2 seasons, I will point to the 2014 season right after the 2013 season, and I will point to the 2018 season right after the 2017 season.
18, 19,
and 20. I'm finna say what
about we were like top 15 for those years.
Yeah.
Now do the same exact experiment for Oregon.
It's a great point.
And USC.
It's a great point.
Oh my God.
Like, come on, man. Like this is just mentioning Auburn because you won and you know
life's too good right now.
Base. Yeah, you just like come on. Like this is I don't know, bro. Like this is like you ever watch like some like a podcast or something, and this is like of another fan base, specifically Alabama, and they go out of their way to mention Auburn.
Yes,
yeah, but
all the time.
You ever seen it?
Yeah.
Like we could be talking about the Brave,
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Auburn fans, Auburn do this.
This is what this feels like.
What Auburn got to do with this?
It's like, man, can we not just be a bad team in peace?
Can you just
now we got to be overrated?
Can you just let us be for a little bit? Like, come on, man. Like, we trying to get to the top. Like, leave us alone, bro. We trying to get there. That's all it is. Go ahead,
They can't do it. I mean, I don't know why. I don't even know why the Auburn hate is there.
I don't either. To be completely honest with you, I'm still trying to understand this. I don't know.
We are pretty hateable. We have like a whole creed.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe in Auburn and love it. I believe in work.
And we just hired a youth pastor last time around.
Seen us when we win.
Oh wow.
Well, yeah, you got a point. We are kind of unbearable when we do win games. So.
Have you seen us when we win?
We put toilet paper in our trees.
It's a little bit unbearable. So maybe I see where they're coming at. But still, though, Auburn shouldn't be on this list. That's all I'm gonna say. Auburn should not be on this list at all. But
now, if he just made this list most hateable fan bases, I'd get it. Yeah. Like Georgia should have been higher and Alabama should have been higher.
Yeah. Right.
But like at least he would have made some sense.
By
who? I don't know, man. This is stupid, guys.
Brett, I didn't know you was that high on Auburn all this time.
What it is.
I could have told you.
Oh yeah, we've been in Brett's top 5 for like the last decade.
Top 5.
I would just put crazy. I overrated them. Then don't put it like Auburn's an overrated team. Just say I don't know what I'm looking at when I watch football. I put Auburn in my top 5.
It is what it is. Fellas, man, it's been a great show, man. We had some technical difficulties at the beginning of it, but we powered through them. We pressed our way through. That's what we did. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we appreciate y'all so much here around the cooler here on Water Cooler Talk Sports Network, Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel. Appreciate y'all so much, man. And where you at, man? What you guys say to the people if we get out of here? Where are you?
I'm in Ohio on my way to the state of New York. That's all I can say.
Man, this dude going to Catskill.
Buffalo.
He going to Catskill.
Buffalo,
New York.
Rochester.
He going to Buffalo and Rochester, New York is where he's on the way. That's all it is. So, but what you guys say to people before we get up out of here, my guy? How you feeling? What you guys say to the people?
Bubba and Old Man, Auburn Sports Talk on YouTube and Twitter.
There it is.
Elite analysis.
The bubble breakdowns are back, ladies and gentlemen. They are back.
Yeah.
Telling y'all, it's gonna be great, man. Tez, we got to say to people before we get up out of here, my guy.
Oh man, meet me at Meet me at SECseason.com, man. Got me a couple 11-1 teams ready to go, man. Codename Tez, look me up.
There it is, man. Hey, join us tomorrow morning on the pregame playlist, man. Trying to grow that up, man. So far, we're seeing a little bit of growth. Of the morning radio show here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel, pregame playlist. So join us tomorrow morning, man. We'll have a conversation about Tennessee and quarterback situation there. And we're gonna have a little conversation about college football playoff expansion. So yeah, join us over there tomorrow morning, man, along with the pregame post and the headlines you need to know across news, sports, and culture, and of course, some of the hottest music on the coolest morning show that you've ever heard. that you have ever experienced. So we appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here. As always, man, the pregame playlist, your morning, your sports, your playlist, weekday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here, as always. If you have not already, as it says at the bottom, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, man. Tune in Mondays and Wednesdays here, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, for Around the Cool. And then, of course, as I just stated before, the pregame playlist, weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, man. Make sure you go over and subscribe to Bubman and Old Man Auburn Sports Talk. Make sure you go subscribe over to SE Season at It's SE Season on YouTube, and go to seseason.com and sign up for a free. It's free, ladies and gentlemen. It's a free account. Go to seseason.com and sign up for a free account and join in. I'm telling you, you won't regret it, man. It's a place for all SEC fans. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here. As always, man. Before we get out of here, as always, shout out to everybody that rocked with us in the chat. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. But continue to rock with us, man. We appreciate you so much, and things and stuff of that nature, as always. Before we get out of here, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. Make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his, because he deserves all the praise and all of the glory that he does. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Martin wrote on the wall when he went out of the apartment for the last time on the Martin Show. He wrote those 2 words. Those 2 words were one love. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay fresh. And most importantly, don't be stressed. We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen, here on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel. I'll be easy, man. We'll see you later. Peace.
This has been a presentation of Water Cooler Talk Sports.